Right, you might be wondering, maybe you're not, who cares? Is anyone still playing World of Warcraft in 2025? Didn't that game come out when we were all on like flip phones? Anyway, fair question. The answer is yes. Quite a lot of us actually. This video, albeit probably short, but it's just one of my little rant things basically, is kind of like a guess about how the WoW community has evolved, survived, and somehow I guess it still thrives, even like after 20 years. And it took over our lives back then, right? Faster than a rogue in stealth. I tried. Essentially, I'm just going to talk about the glory days of WoW. How gold farming is like a lifestyle now because some of us have jobs and can't grind for 12 hours a day anymore, okay? And the rise of just competitive madness, I guess from like sweaty PvP shenanigans to just hardcore permadeath runs that feel more like the Hunger Games but with orcs. And I guess more so like why players, many of us now in our 30s, 40s and beyond are still logging in regularly, cup of tea in hand, ready to throw down, right? And also how Blizzard's updates, controller support, cross-faction hugs are making Azeroth more accessible than ever. So whether you are just a returning player thinking, should I reinstall this, total newbie, curious about what WoW looks like, or you're just here for the nostalgic ride and a little chat while you drink your coffee, this is, I guess, your guide to the state of the World of Warcraft as it stands today. So grab yourself a brew, queue for a dungeon, and let's get into it. I guess if we are being real, gold, if we start with gold in World of Warcraft, has always been the real MVP. I guess whether you were in retail... My cat has woken up and is now playing. Sorry for the background noise. If you're in retail, I guess, what was I saying? Like stocking up on flasks before a Mythic plus dungeon or playing Classic. And I got a PC, right, just for Classic. I upgraded my PC purely for WoW Classic, right? Whether you're scraping together just for that epic moment, like your personal fantasy Ferrari, the grind was real. The grind is real. Not everyone has got 6 hours a day to farm boars in Elwyn Forest like it's 2005. A lot of us were juggling work, probably a family, figuring out what time the pub's going to open because it's been a long bloody day. So buying gold legitimately through WoW tokens or trusted marketplaces, I guess it's become kind of the norm of modern WoW life. It isn't cheating, it's time management. Why grind herbs for 3 hours when you could just skip to the fun part? Smashing mythic bosses, collecting outrageous transmog sets, or finally affording that ridiculous crab mount that walks sideways like it owns the place. Plus, I mean, I'm coming from a UK perspective, but the UK WoW economy, it's pretty wild. Every time a new patch drops, the auction house turns into like the stock market meets Great British Bake Off. Materials spike, rare mounts triple in price, and crafting boosts suddenly cost more than your actual rent. But the bottom line is, whether you are farming or flipping or just buying your way there, gold isn't just currency anymore. It has become more of a lifestyle. One thing we absolutely thrive on is competitive content. So forget knitting or yoga. Those are like chilled things, right? Players are just out here throwing fireballs in PvP and doing permadeath challenges like it's their full-time job. Rated PvP has had a glow up. So thanks to the solo shuffle mode. Imagine speed dating where everyone's armed and shouting and trying to climb the leaderboard instead of asking about star signs. It's fast, it's pretty unpredictable, and it is perfect for players who just can't commit to long raid nights because, you know, real life, jobs, kids, the cat, or you're just scared of the call of the kettle. Anyway, I don't know where I'm going. Then we've got the hardcore scene, I guess, where one mistake, one sneeze, one accidental pull sends your character straight to the Shadow Realm. No respawns, no mercy, just pain. It's not for the faint-hearted. It's for the kind of gamer who watches Dark Souls speedruns for fun and still has trauma flashbacks from getting ganked in Stranglethorn Vale back in the day. We're talking Iron Man rules, hardcore classic servers, and self-imposed challenges that feel like an episode of Survivor, but everyone's a gnome and the prize is bragging rights. In the UK, I think players seem weirdly into this like one life, one shot drama. I say UK because I only play with people from the UK, so I don't know. It's stressful, it's sweaty, slightly ridiculous. We still love it. Why are we still playing after all of these years? Like at school, everybody was hyping about Facebook. I was knee deep in WoW. The glory days of the mid-2000s. Maybe like me, you had a night elf hunter named Legolas. Those days might be behind us. I just think the WoW scene, it's far from extinct though. It's just, I guess it's aged like a fine wine. That's how I would describe it. More like a mage player who now wears glasses and goes to bed at 9:30. These days, I reckon the average WoW player isn't some hyperactive teen yelling on voice chat. It's more like someone named, I'm going to go really, really stereotypical now, Dave from Leeds. He's 38, got 2 kids, nagging wife, full-time job, still logs in 3 nights a week to run dungeons and complain about hunters in PvP. I guess just for, you know, people with commonalities, you could look at like WoW as basically being like the digital pub now. I mean, I feel like as a community of probably 30-plus-year-olds, we've embraced its evolution from those like late night raid wipes to just one more dungeon before tea time. I think we're still going strong in 2025. I think the average player probably has a mortgage, favourite teabag brand. I also think that WoW Classic and Season of Discovery, it brought a wave of returning players, me included, and a few emotional flashbacks to Burning Crusade. I think which was just 30+ and thriving, right? Streamers, Discords, hobby shops, cafe nights. They are keeping that WoW flame alive, probably with tea, like I mentioned, transmog and talent trees. But I also think it's important to recognise Blizzard's actually been putting in the work. They've added controller support, they've made the game more accessible, they've even rolled out features like cross-faction guilds, so you and your Horde friend from Newcastle, that one you never met before, you can actually stop arguing about who gets to tank. It's kind of like Marvel's Endgame. Everyone's showing up from all corners of Azeroth to fight together again, only this time with better UI settings. Plus, I mean, it's pretty obvious, but the internet's caught up, so those lag spikes in Stormwind are now just a memory, along with the 56k modems and the sound of your mum yelling at you to please get off the computer. So whether you're logging in to relive your MMO glory days, push Mythic content, or you're just vibing Goldshire with your old guildies, Azeroth still has a place for you. Somehow World of Warcraft, it's still alive, it's still kicking, still quietly holding a good chunk of the gaming scene like a dragon guarding its loot. I think we're probably not all screaming on Ventrilo anymore or skipping uni lectures for Black Temple raids. Yes, it was alleged, okay? But the magic is still there, just with a bit more back pain, earlier bedtimes and mugs of tea. Just look, whether you're here for that classic nostalgia, sweaty PvP ladder climbs, Mythic plus speed runs, or you just want to walk around Stormwind in your best transmog and people watch like it's a digital version of Hyde Park, there's still a place for you. This was my little rant. Hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, well, tough. You're here anyway, right? So you may as well do all those things you need to do only one time to please support my tiny channel, and I hope to see you in the next video.